Hello, ladies and gentlemen, CaptainShack here. I'm a little drone, and I'm playing Avorion, is how I think you say it. New, creative, multiplayer, space crafting game. I don't even know how to really describe this. I mean, we played quite a few games that pseudo-like it. Like, it's a mix of, if you've ever played the X series, I'm doing a Let's Play of that old classic series right now with a Star Wars mod on it. It's a mix of that in, like, space engineers and... yeah, and kind of like a little bit of Minecraft with like kind of the art style. It's pretty cool though. Don't turn away just yet, because I know a lot of the X fans, the Space Sim fans with a big economy, that open living universe I think they're gonna enjoy this. This is pretty legit. So I've got my little drone. This is me. I've undocked from a space station that's like way over there now, and I've been flying around and I've been collecting some iron so I can build my first ship. So I've got about 1,000 iron. Fairly easy to get this. Now let's build a ship. And let me tell you about like the main objective of this before we build the ship. So if I hit M, I can open up my menu. This is where we are in this randomly generated universe. There's a couple of sensor pings out there. I don't know what this is. I think it's like a nebula or something. I've never been in there. Maybe we'll go over there. And if I zoom out, here's the universe. It's huge, and it's full of factions, AI, NPCs, all kind of like vying for control and doing their own thing. They have their own enemies and their own friends, and you'll have factions standing with them, so you can kind of choose who you like and who you don't. And your job is to try to get to the center of the universe because there's something there. Now, I've talked to a couple of the NPC captains flying a boot, and they've said there's strange stuff, and the farther you get in toward the center, the better the resources are that you find. And they keep hinting at like this past event that happened. So there's like a little bit of a story there. I don't know how deep it goes because I haven't played much of this, just enough to kind of get a handle on the controls. You can see a couple of space stations way out there. Let me just like set course. Fly over there. Actually, no, let's build a ship and then we'll set course and fly over there. Because there's all kinds of different stations that you could buy resources from, and that's where the X series stuff comes from, where you've got like traders moving about and buying like food from space stations that have farms in them to crafting stations that are making like weapons, all kinds of cool stuff. So let's hit B, and it'll do nothing because we haven't actually founded a ship yet. So let's click the found ship button in the top right hand corner. We're gonna make my very first ship, which is the name I always use, the Endurance. Now we're in the build mode. And if I hit B, now we're actually in the ship. Now if I hit B, we're in the build mode. I can use that iron ore that I've got to build out the ship. It looks like founding a ship took half my resources. Holy crap. So this looks really complicated. It's not actually that hard to make a ship. This tells you all the things you have to get the ship running and like the things you need to know. My ship is very weak compared to the ships in the system. I kind of like that because there are NPC pirates even in this starting zone. In my first game where I was testing this, we got attacked by pirates while I was sitting next to a station, and a couple of friendly cruisers came over and saved my butt cheeks. It was pretty cool. It's like, I love little random events like that. But all right, here we go. Let's make some stuff. I have the list of options here. We can click buttons and see all the other different resources and like what color they are. There's probably some titanium around that I could pick up, which would give us like field generators, which I believe are shields. But we only got iron, so we can only work with this listing. We also got a few of the turrets. You get technology as you play. I've gotten a little bit from loot from fighting pirates. These two is just the starting resources that you get. You get 2 mining turrets and you get 2 chain gun turrets. Now we're gonna make this ship capable of combat a little bit, but mostly mining to get us going. So let's go ahead and build out the structure of our ship. Now what I like about the building is if you use the W, A, S, and D keys to choose how you want to change things. And the larger this is, if you notice, the more iron it's gonna take, the more mass it's gonna add to my ship. It's gonna change how the ship actually pilots. That big green arrow tells us which way is front. So why don't we start with getting our engines online? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make like a small structure. Now let's bring that up a little bit. I'm just making this up as I go. All right, there's that. This is the hull. I'm using the hull block right now. Now I could use like armor blocks and whatnot, but we're making our freighter, our mining ship, and you can have multiple ships. So if you're a fan of, and I keep bringing up the X series, where you can have like a fleet, this is one of those few crafting games where you can have a fleet, and it looks like they've already got the fleet mechanics sorta nailed out. This is gonna use up 66 iron. Why don't we bring that in more? No, that's the whole thing. I wanna do this side. There we go, let's rotate it. And there we go. There is a mirroring mode too that we can use if we really want to. I'm not gonna use that right now though. I think I'm good. I think I've got this. Here's our engines. The bigger this is, the more thrust we'll get, and it actually shows it in the top right-hand corner, which I really dig. And let's go like a little bit smaller. Why don't we do one single engine that kind of sticks out a bit? There we go. And then let's turn on mirror mode, x-axis. And I feel like that needs to come out just a little bit more. So why don't we make this smaller? And make this side come out more. Like, you can get really in depth. And if I place this here, we'll get it on both sides. And then we can get to, I don't want to go too big with this. So I wonder, does this make it, if it's longer, does it make it do more? Yes, it does. It actually does change it to a certain point. There we go. Got some twin engines there. And I'm building fairly small. I could go much bigger, and it's all based on how much iron I feel like mining. The bigger the ship, I guess the more health it'll have, but also the more weight it'll have, the more thrust it takes to move it and to stop it. So we've got our rear thrust using our ion engines installed. Now let's grab up some cargo bay. Does not work if too small. Yeah, I guess cargo bay. What's the cargo bay block look like? I want to go. There we go. And like these are our small cargo storage containers. Interesting texture choice. So we're like moving car, and I could paint those too, which I've not actually messed with the painting. So let's say like cargo containers are yellow. Oh, do I have to delete those and replace them? There's got to be a way to just paint them. Paint blocks yellow. Oh, yeah, that's probably how I did it. I haven't messed around with that. That is a god-awful yellow color. Well, we're gonna work it. We're gonna work with it. Let's see, can I switch paint? Let's go with like a gunmetal gray. Okay, well, like, that'll work for now. I guess everything that I build now will be this gray color. So we've got our cargo bays on there. Not that I was really needing those. We need crew quarters for our crew, and you actually have to go hire crew, and they have skill levels, which is pretty neat. Your ship plan has been saved. Excellent. So this is the crew quarters. Why don't we make it... Why don't we do like Star Destroyer type and like go up on the top? So let's make it shorter. Turning your turning speed is bad. No joke. I haven't even put on the turning thrusters yet. So why don't we do like that? This is crew quarters, by the way. And then I love that I can resize these. And there are different shapes. I'm just using the blocks, not the any of the slanted ones. What side, which way do I want to go? This way, right? Probably should rotate this then. There we go. There's our bridge where our crew quarters are. Sure, why not? Is this tactically sound? Probably not. Ion thrusters. Let's make sure we can stop. So we need thrusters. Now these thrusters are based on surface area of the direction you want them to be. So if we do this, we'll have a huge surface area of forward thrust and I guess braking thrust. We'll also have weird Dumbo ears on our ship, which is kind of strange. Let's not do that. That's terrible. Why don't we go much smaller? That's not gonna be very good for braking thrust. Oh, we could put them up here. Oh, look at that. The blocks actually kind of clip into each other to allow you to not be stopped by the things you've already built. So why don't we do something like, that's a lot of sideways thrust. Well, I guess that's good. A lot of sideways thrust, and it looks like it's holding it in place. I can dig that, and then we need some braking thrust. So we could go smaller. This is gonna be like a little braking thrust with this little surface area here, but it's not gonna be enough. Let's go smaller. So we can do like that, but then go up. So we wanna go this way. By the way, yeah, WASD, changing the surface area, and it lights up the way you want it to go. And then why don't we go, I'm still gonna have Dumbo ears. Or we could go like hammerhead style. If I turn this off and go Y-axis, Oh, that's gonna be so goofy. Let's bring it down a bit. And then if it's thicker, does it get more? Definitely adds to the tonnage. Holy shit. That's horrible. That's terrible. That's pretty awful. Okay. We're doing it. It's just terrible. Why don't we throw on some iron edges to like something, just anything to make that look a little bit smoother without blocking everything else off. So there you go. There's our braking thrust. It looks horrible. Oh, we didn't put a little bit more braking thrust right here. It needs to be leveled off. And let's go back to X-axis. And I want it to be smaller. And maybe bring it in a little bit more. You need 12 iron. We're out of iron! Crap! And we don't have no crew, not enough mechanics, and your ship is very weak. But it is operational now. Now, if we don't have mechanics, she will start taking hull damage over time, I believe. So we're gonna wanna grab some mining turrets, some straight up pew-pew turrets, and let's get those applied. Now, if she's gonna be a mining ship, I'm thinking like Hammerhead Star Wars gunship type. We're gonna put them on the sides like that, and then maybe like a defense turret on the back. There. Looking pretty good. We don't have any gunners for those though, so we've gotta go get crew. So here's our ship. It's not bad, I think, for like a quick build with a bunch of crappy iron. I've got a ton of different shapes that I could use to make this a lot nicer, but we're gonna go with this for now. Let's go ahead and get out of build mode, and let's fly her. Why is there a block there? I don't know. But here's our ship. Let me see, how's it? Control to zoom around. And because you're gonna build ships of lots of different varying sizes, you can actually recenter your camera by holding Alt to the direction that you want it. So if you want it to be like off the port side or starboard, or it's really, really tall and you need to get it just when it's straight up, you can do that. I'm feeling pretty good about that. Let's go. We're gonna head back and grab some crewmen. Now, if I click you, I should be able to press F to interact, and I can, oh, this is a dock. So this is a shipyard. You can actually have ships built here for you. And there's a variety of different styles that you can pick up. We need to keep heading in. So there's a bunch of different styles you can pick up. You can change the scale of them and make them massive, which is kind of cool that like you can design one of these small ships, like this guy here, my little freighter, and then blow up his scale once you've built him this small, if you want to do all the little details. Blow up his scale and build more of them, larger. And I saw options to make these guys. If you could hire a captain, and you can get a captain if you build at a shipyard, have them go out and mine for you or follow you building up your fleet. You can build fighters and have them like part of your carrier. So there's a lot of cool little mechanics like that mixed into the combat. But let's go ahead, hit space. We're gonna burn over there. I am missing all of the things that makes this ship operational. I'm missing the crew members. You don't actually have crew. What are you? You are a ship, which I can interact with. I don't need a ship. I need a station that's gonna let me hire crew. Hire crew, cool. All right, we need to get closer to you. There's a range limitation. You need to be able to dock with the station, or be really close to the ship that you're trading with, because you can't trade with just the random guys out there. Let's go ahead and burn over though. I like my little freighter. And then if I stop, you can actually see the thrusters firing, all the sides going off. It's really bright. My last one wasn't this bright. Wasn't like blindingly bright. I think it might be the way that I built the thrusters because it's such a long line of them instead of just like light small ones. But the last ship that I built didn't have enough maneuvering thrusters and would not stop to save its life. I actually rammed it directly into an asteroid the first time I built it, so you can't go wrong with a lot of thrusters. Let's burn. I might cover those up. Really go kind of like Star Destroyer look, or I don't know, some type of capital ship where this is just the interior, and then I make like an armored exterior with shield generators and like heavy armor plating and titanium. That could actually be pretty neat. All right, we are approaching the space station. Let's get a little bit closer. All right, now we can see the docks, and here's my stopping time. It's actually way better than my last ship, and yet you still see me floating all over the place. What's the up thrust? There it is. E is up thrust. Now we're close enough to this dock that I can hit F to dock. Bring up the interactions. Let's hire some crewmen. I'm gonna need like probably 8 people. And I have about 9,000 credits. So let's hire you guys on. They're aboard the ship. Hitting shift, I can get my mouse up and I can go up to the ship menu. And here's my ship, my beautiful little freighter. She's got 5 crew quarters. I need more crew quarters. There's not enough places for you guys. And now I could assign you. Now it's already assigned the majority of them to mechanics, so the repair stuff. We've got our miners, we've got our gunners, so our turret should be operational. We don't have any engineers? Oh, we don't have any technical blocks, do we? I bet that's like shield generators and scanners and stuff. We can look at the ship systems. Volume of 128K required to unlock. What is this? Oh, volume of the ship total. So these must be some type of like system upgrades that you can get, because there is loot in this from combat. Here's my energy efficiency, how much I require, how much I'm producing. You can actually see that in the bars. Now, what's going on here? We've probably got too many people. Your ship is overpopulated. Well, it is. Ooh, titanium. But we could build more crew quarters. It's also warning me that my ship is still very weak. Now, we can test out our weapons. Let me go back into the ship menu. And if I go to turrets, here's my 2 mining lasers, and here's my gun turret. You can click these, hit a number key, and now you're setting them to groups. That is the easiest grouping mechanic ever. I love it. And then if I hit 1, I've now brought my 2 mining turrets online. God, this ship is really bright. I think I'm gonna surround the exterior in titanium and see what happens, since we've got titanium right here. It is lighter, it is stronger than, I need, what is it, shift? Don't show me this again, I know. And I can actually mine from farther away now, and I can mine faster now that I've got these mining lasers. And the more crew members you have assigned to mining, the faster these things will mine. Titanium takes a little while to mine, though. I should have looked at that space station and seen what it had for sale. So you can see we're picking up some... Let me lock this. Oh, hi! What are you? A frigate. Can I calm you? No, I can't talk to you. Okay. I'm gonna go back to mining then. Let's break through this. As you break the pieces of the asteroid, you'll start gaining the titanium. You see I'm getting a little bit, and then all of a sudden I'll get a bunch. There we go. And we'll be able to do some serious upgrades to this thing. Now, the single player seems pretty cool, but what I'm betting, your sensors are picking up a short burst of subspace signals. Really? Where? I don't see anything on my map. I wonder what that means. Earlier, oh no, there it is. What's that thing? Lifter. What I'm wondering is if the devs will include player builds in this, in the universe. Because the universe is so wide, player factions could easily be a thing. There's already factions in the game, right? And they're made out of the same mechanics that you build your ships with. So will we see, or maybe they're already moddable. I haven't looked at the workshop for this. Player build factions with their own personalities, because that could be really cool. I bet the multiplayer really shines in this. All right, so let's see if we can kind of silence the, let's go to B for build. And now we can go to this, and we can now build with titanium. So let's clear out some of these blocks. And swap these out for titanium hull blocks. That's without windows. Let's do without windows. We could get better engines. Increases cargo storage, doesn't fit if too small. Crew quarters. We probably need a little bit more crew quarters. We already know that. These are thrusters. These are going to be a bit better than the iron ones. There's frame blocks. I'm less concerned about frame blocks. Solar panels. Titanium generator produces energy. All right, let's do that. Let's get a titanium integrity field generator. This should be, creates a protective field for the blocks. Blocks in the field have high durability. So these are our shield generators, I guess. And then we've got these like glowing blocks, which I want to see. I think those are kind of like windows, maybe? There's holographic ones. The holographic ones, I'm not so sure about. They have no durability, they're just holographic. So are those like, I don't know, docks of some kind? I guess you just get creative with it. Let's grab some solar panels too. Ooh, titanium light and solar panels. We're gonna test some stuff out. So, titanium blocks. Let's shrink this down because we're making titanium armor, right? For our cargo containers. This is increasing our weight. Shrink you down here. Cannot build this. Blocks cannot touch a turret. But I can build them on top of it. And then can I do... Where is the... An edge block. And I can rotate these. By holding R, you can rotate them. And you can also resize them, so you can get pretty detailed. Oops. I'm sure more creative people than me can make some awesome stuff in this. Let's go ahead and rotate it this way. Actually, rotate it this way. Can I attach you here? I can. And then let's, like, maybe make this make a little bit more sense. You can delete blocks and get some of the resources back just by middle mouse clicking them and deleting them, so. And then let's put some, let's actually rotate this again. I feel like this needs to be smaller. Whoa. Oh, it is as small as it gets. What if we came all the way back here and really, like, strung that out? That's cool. That is really cool. Now we've got this, like, armored look to it. We could do the same to the top. What if we switched over to, what are these glow blocks? If we shrunk this down, like, considerably, and then we placed them maybe here. Whoa, okay, so that is like a light source. Oh, there's another, like, freighter below us. Neat. And then we grab some titanium blocks. I could get lost in this for hours, just like figuring out what I can do with it. I will try to do my best not to get too distracted with the construction. So you can see where I'm going with this. This is like the top of the bridge for demo's sake. And then we'll just do normal brick placements. We're protecting the crew quarters. It's totally legit. We still don't have enough crew quarters. Before I seal these away, I should probably stop wasting all my titanium, get the field generators online, also get our crew quarters online. So why don't we put a pair of crew quarters here? Overpopulation! Are we still overpopulated? How much of this do we need? What are we up to? I can't see because there's this, like, red light there. Oh, crew quarters still 6. Really? This is crew quarters, right? Doesn't work if too small. Maybe that's what's wrong. Let's go big. Let's go big or go home. So let's go ahead and fatten this up. Where's our crew? Crew quarters 150. Well, that's probably a bit on the large side. That's crew quarters 22. Still way too large. Let's shrink it down sideways. Crew quarters 12, still too large. 7, crew quarters plus 5. No longer a problem. And we're kind of filling it up. Let's grab a generator block. So we get that sweet power coming in. Why don't we fit that in here? This is the integrity field generator. Wait, what was that? What the hell? Sounds like somebody's under attack. Where's the field generator? We need these. Shields online. And one in the front. We're sort of shielded. I think we're out of power again. We'll figure it out in a minute. Oh yeah, there they go. So these two factions are fighting each other. So let's burn over there and see what's up. In the combat, if I switch to my weapons, since I, like, totally mess up. Oh, I can't use this weapon for some reason. Oh, because it's in the back of the ship. And it's blocked now. And I probably couldn't survive a fight with these guys anyways, because look how big they are compared to me. They're shooting at the station. What are you? Unknown ship. Estoian. Zotan? Zotan? I don't know. Anyways, they've got all kinds of weapons firing away here. I'm hoping I can sneak in here and grab some loot. Maybe I can even jump in and, like, mine him. I'm gonna try to mine him. I'm coming to help, guys! Now that he's, like, mostly dead, totally firing at me right now. That's right. You can't break my titanium armory bits. I am doing damage, but it's next to nothing. Loot! Give me that sweet loot. And if you take damage, as long as you don't die... oh, he's dead. He didn't make it. You can repair your ship just from, like, mining the resources to repair it out in the field. Or you can take it to a repair yard and it'll fix it as well, back to its original blueprint form. All right. Can I, like, mine you? I think there's actually a salvage upgrade you can pick up. I'm not sure if I get anything for this. It doesn't look like I'm picking up anything. No, but I did pick up something for loot. What did I get? Engine upgrade, 14% to acceleration, a triple chain gun turret, and another energy upgrade. So let's go back to building. And now I'm like, you know what, screw mining. Let's go shoot stuff in the face. And what did I build all over this? Field generator. What are we hearting on? Your ship is weak compared to other ships in the system. You're also a field generator, right? So when we are looking at the field generation, it doesn't cover this bottom thruster. Why don't we fix that? If I put this here, it covers like half the bottom thruster now. I don't understand. It might be because it's so small? We should totally armor the bottom piece though. Like start placing the titanium blocks down here. Notice that it hurt my braking thrust the more I add these things. And let's put some weapons on it. I want to go get into a fight now. All right, so we're gonna delete you. We're gonna move you, so we're gonna delete you again. Right, I only had the ability to use like, what, 3 turrets, I think? And we just picked up, I've never used one of these, a triple chain gun turret. So let's slap one on. I only have one of these, I think. So let's put it right in the middle. Better yet, let's put it farther forward. We'll be very front heavy for now. Now I've noticed that there are turrets. Oh, there's not a big enough space there, is there? I could put it up front. I guess that's fine, and then we'll just remove this. And we'll brace it with, like, some armor. There are turrets that will self-target. They do less damage, but they'll fire for you. I believe that's what they do. I saw them for sale at the space station. I was like, oh man, that's kind of cool, especially if you're building a really big ship where you can't have the ship aim, like you can't aim personally at every target. When you want like that big capital ship feel where you show up and all the turrets are going to town, like that's what I want. I want to try that. She's got, where's her shields? Hull shield, 0 HP. So it says we have no shields. Am I missing something? Creates a protective field for the blocks. Blocks in the field have very high durability. Okay. Then we have generators. Energy container. It's a battery. I haven't built one of those yet. Maybe we need that to make the shields work. Because right now we have 0 shield HP. Or we don't have shields, but that doesn't make any sense either. I guess they're not really shields so much as they're just reinforcing the armor around it. We should go to a station and see if we can buy some shields. Your braking thrust is too low. All right, well, we should probably fix that as well. And I think we can fix that here. So it's braking thrust is the problem. Quickest way to fix that is to apply some of these with a large surface area facing forward. Which way do I need to go? That way? That way. Not outside the... Braking thrust. There we go. Now we're set. And now I'm out of titanium. I wasn't able to build both of those, was I? Nope, because we're out of titanium. Shit, we're uneven. Oh boy, I'm gonna hear about that. Anyways, let's get back to buying stuff, and I can't really do anything with you. I don't have a salvage beam or something. Let's head over to a station. Hi guys, cargo transport. So you can talk to them, you can get intel about the area. It looks like there's something red over here to me. I'm not sure if it's an enemy ship. It is a ship, and it's a hostile ship for some reason. Oh, there's the guns. Now, oh, it's overheating. Now, there was a thing. I only have one gun equipped. I didn't actually equip the other one, so let's just throw that on real quick. Actually, 2 other guns. Can I use all 3? No, I can't use all 3. Bummer. For now. See, it says you cannot build a turret placed here. There's already a turret in that position. But if I turn off the mirroring mode, it does not support more than, yeah, you can't use 3 of these turrets for some reason. So I probably need some type of like control device. All right, let's head over to a station. That one might work. What do you sell? I can sell goods to it, and see there's all the prices and they change based on where you're at. Well, why don't we jump? We'll jump to the next system. Maybe we'll find something, because that's a repair bay. And I don't think they're gonna have anything for me. Repair dock. I can repair my ship. I can do the bulletin board, which will have different like missions for going and finding resources. No thanks. And then hiring crew, not something we really want to do. What are you over there if I can click you? There's too many asteroids in the way. Resource depot is where you actually sell the resources that you collect. So if you need extra cash, that's a really easy way of making some cash early on. That's a silicon mine. Notice silicon mine M, like that screams X3 to me. Buy and sell goods, you only sell, yeah. Not something I actually need right now. Oh, here's the equipment dock. Okay, so I was right next to it. That's a ship. That's a weird looking ship. Oh, there's still more titanium over here. Let me go to the equipment dock first, see what they've got. Let's go ahead and burn over. Remember, it takes a little while to stop because your rear thrusters are way stronger. Equipment dock. Fire those thrusters. Stop! Use the rear thrusters. And 1 kilometer away from docking. Let's dock. What do you have in the way of equipment? Buy and sell turrets, buy and sell upgrades. Really, buy and sell upgrades. What do you got for me? Turret control system. This is how you control your turrets. I was right, so it's a control system. You've got to have a certain amount of money, and this will up how many turrets you get. Right now, we can have 3 turrets if we bought this. This will allow us to have 4 unarmed turrets. Unarmed turrets. Shield booster. Shield durability up 63%. But what about just a shield? Energy to convert it to shield. This is what we're missing, I bet. This is why we don't have shields. Let's buy this upgrade. Oh, that's cool. My relations have improved with this faction, so I can start making them into like an ally. I wonder if that'll affect prices. Like, what does the faction standing actually mean other than they're just not hostile to you? Oops. Why not? Good idea to shoot them. Security control bypass. Bypass the velocity security control. Oh, this increases your velocity to a questionable amount, but kills your energy generation. I love the description too. Whee! I can sell stuff, like my mining turrets, which we're not gonna sell because I probably need those. All right, let's go under the ship management and see. I bet it's in here. Yes. Shield upgrade. Sheer durability for energy generation. So I can just attach these to get static boosts to stuff. Fire rate and engine upgrade. Let's do fire rate on those turrets. But this doesn't change the fact that I still don't have, wow, our energy requirement's gone up. You can make squads. If you're building out fighters, that's cool. And there's a boarding system that's not implemented yet, I don't believe, but it's coming. So if I just hit shift here, what else we got? Build mode, we've been in that. Galaxy map we've seen. The player menu. My upgrades. What? Oh, that was my diplomacy. These are all the factions that I know. And I can click show and I can see where they're based out of. Wait, we just found another one. Pirates. Pirates are attacking the sector. You don't say. I want to punch them in the face. Let's do this. Where are the pirates? You lied to me. No, you don't. They're right there. Pirate ships inbound. I probably can't fight them. I sure as hell can try, though. And it's not saying that I'm weak anymore, so maybe. Do we have shields yet? We don't have shields. I must be missing a block or something. All right, those are the corpses. Those are the pirates. Let's go punch them in the face. Zoom out a bit. How far can I zoom out? Holy crap! That's like command mode right there. Oh, there's a ship coming in from the top. How do I rotate the camera? From this perspective? Oh, from this perspective, this is command mode. I was using my my arrow keys to zoom around the map. All right, we gotta get into this fight. If they'll let me have RTS control over my ships in combat, that would be amazing, because that's the problem I have with X3. It's this huge scale, but you don't get a nice, like, map to command your troops like a proper strategy game. And that would make it so much better. Oh, look at him, he's got wings. I don't know how close I need to be. Apparently close enough. Open up with those chain guns. I wonder if I can make a proper fighter. I mean, I have a chain gun. If I made my guy faster and smaller, oh, I'm doing so much damage. Eat it. Give me your technology. I've overheated my guns. Let's burn around, make sure they're hitting the armor that, you know, they're not hitting the same piece of armor over and over. Look at his turrets. I'm shooting for his core, though. I want to take his core out. I assume that's his core. I'm locking onto something important. Because I probably could, like, shoot at these arms and break them off. But I'd rather go and just kill him outright. Bam! And I got some loot. Where's the other pirate? This way. There he is. Locked on. Our allies are coming in. Open it up. I've already overloaded the heat on that cannon. See if I can break off his arm. I want to see if that's a thing. Can I, like, strategically pick my targets? What I'm gonna shoot at? I did, I just totally took off his arm. That's where all his weapons are. Give me that loot. That's a turret. What kind of turret is that? I'll stop. All right, let's see what we've got. Inventory. We've picked up another triple gun turret. I've got a triple gun turret and then my 2 mining. So yeah, I just got 1 more turret, which is cool. I can't actually equip it. I could replace the 2 turret for the 3, and it gives you all the damage types. This makes me wonder, like, what other weapons are in the game. Can I have missile technology or energy technology? Because we're fairly early into it, but there you go. That's like the briefest look at the game. Let me jump drive first. Let's go into the map. The blue area is how far you can jump. If I enter coordinates by right-clicking on them, I've just locked onto a sector. These blue lines are actually jump gates that we could go through, but I want to show you guys how just the normal jump drive works. Find where you want to go. That's more pirates coming in, isn't there? Find the direction you want to go. Once you've set your coordinates, they'll be in blue. You line up with it, and you wait for your jump drive to calculate. Once it's calculated, and it says it in the right-hand corner, I have calculated, you hit spacebar, and you jump. And there is an animation. I don't know why it didn't play that time, but I've arrived in a new sector. Not actually all that far from where I was, and it's fairly empty. I was doing this before, and I actually wound up in an asteroid belt that was fairly valuable. So let's jump again. I kind of want to know what's over here. Let's jump toward them. Enter coordinates. All right, we're gonna begin our calculations for the jump. All right, I have made it to one of the sectors that had a green dot flashing on it. The adventure, hello there. Are you off on adventure too? Absolutely, that's great. Are you sure? I'm sure we can help each other out. If there's anything you'd like to know, just ask away. He'll give you tips. I think I've talked to this guy before. He's given me tips. He'll tell you a little bit about like the story that's going on. I ran into him on my first jump last time, which is pretty neat. We've got a military outpost out there, and you can't hit F to find out like what they sell. War robots? What? And body armor. Are those just trade goods? Or they're like planetary invasion mechanics? Because there's ground vehicles too and guns. Now, part of me's like, oh, those are just gonna be trade goods, but how cool would it be if I could actually like stock up on war robots and like Marines and have like a mini game where I invade planets? Probably not a thing. I don't know though. I've never gotten that far. I'm sure there's a lot of mechanics that I haven't seen yet. Targeting systems. Okay, ammunition. So this is all mobile equipment merchant. Hello everybody, mobile equipment merchant in here. I'll be here for 15 minutes. Come look at my merchandise. Mobile equipment merchant. You don't say. Are you him? You're probably not him. Is he on the map? No. Are you the mobile merchant? That's the military outpost that I just contacted. You're the mobile merchant. Oh God, look at this. He's like a flying space station. That's no moon, because it doesn't look anything like a moon. That'd be weird. Oh, he's probably an escort for this guy. Let's see what you got. You're now talking to the automated interaction response system. Sound like X3 to you guys? Buy and sell upgrades. Yeah, what do you got? Battery upgrades, turret control systems, hyperdrives, better scanners. Basic trading system. View trading offers for all stations of a sector. Oh, that's really useful. I don't have the money for it though. And what is this? Object detector. Detects claimable asteroids and wreckage. Displays a notification when interesting items were detected. Oh, that's cool. I can actually afford that. Can I buy that without getting too close to you? No? Okay. So you never know what you're gonna run into, and then it looks like they add more game mechanics, like the detector system, as you just get out there and explore. So who knows what else is out in the universe? I'm looking forward to checking it out. Let me just creep up next to you, dude. I don't know where your docking bay is, so I hope I'm close enough to spy stuff from you. It'd be great if you would stop moving. It would be fantastic. Like, stop it, stop it. How am I supposed to buy the detector? Got it. Hey, oh, good God. Okay, we're fine. It's fine. Really, dude? You're a jerk. All right, what do we got? I want to equip some stuff. That would be ship managers. Let's go up to the ship menu. Ship systems. Object detector. We need to make the ship bigger to get 3 of these slots. I'm gonna go with, I'm not really worried about velocity. Let's go with this. We now have a detector online. We'll hopefully find stuff. New squad. Oh, so if I make multiple squads, I can order them using this. You can also go up and talk to them if you build a ship. That's how the AI works. You can give them various orders like sell or to mine or follow you or whatever. When I told a ship to mine for me after I had him all crewed up and ready to go, he went off like he was gonna go mine. I will admit, it was one of my designs. It wasn't particularly good. About 10 minutes later, I heard my ship had died. I think he ran into an asteroid. I don't know how that works. It's something that I still have to experiment with, but yeah, make sure your mining ships have enough braking thrust. I got a feeling that might have been the problem. So, can I fly this while using the control button? I can, really weirdly. Interesting. Sometimes you want a broadside. All right, guys, if you enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel for more gaming, modding, sci-fi goodness. And as always, thank you guys for watching. And let me know in the comments below if you want to see more of this game as it continues to get developed, or if you just want to see more, because I am having a bit of fun with it. All right, guys, see you in the next episode. Eat it! I'm turning pirate. Wow, I'm doing nothing to you. And my relationship to them has dropped by 500. I'm ramming them. Ramming speed! Damn, that titanium's got some health to it. I'm just bouncing off. We lost that back plate. Let's try that again. I want to cut off one of your army bits. Oh, shit. Pretty sure I died. Yep, I died. And I didn't have... You have an unread message. Lost payment enclosed. Dear Captain Shack, we've received notice of the destruction of your craft, the Endurance. Very unfortunate. As you are insured at our company, you shall receive enclosed the sum insured with us for a lost payment. As a lost payment. I cannot read today. The contract for your craft Endurance is now fulfilled. We hope you can have we can for future service you. All right, how much did you give me? You didn't give me anything. You gave me nothing.